been in a black hole the past couple of days, reevaluating my whole goddamn life. And that's not an over-exaggeration, that's literally what I've been spending my time on. I was already in the mood, so I asked you about some deep questions on Instagram, and you delivered. You really have some depths to you. So I want to answer them today. Let's make some coffee while we answer the first question. It seems like I'm really not the only person who is dealing with this kind of black hole feeling. I got so many questions about this feeling and about what to do, because obviously in a moment like that you feel like there is nothing to do. It's so hard to figure out a way through. And I would say I have the solution. Not really the solution, but something that can get you to the solution. There are 2 steps, if you ask me, to get through something like this. Not out of it, but through it. You need to work through it, or else you're just gonna find yourself in that hole in a moment again. First step, go to a friend who knows how to be there for you emotionally. You need to have some emotional compassion, some hugs, a friend, a partner, whatever. Go to someone like that, have a conversation with them, talk it through. I did that with Stephanie here a couple of days ago, and it was really lovely. Women have a tendency to do that to you, right? Step 2, go to one of your friends that has a tendency to be problem solvers. Because as I said, you need to go through this. You have to actually work with why and what is making you feel this way. So I went to Jake. Jake, he's the best little problem solver, builder man that I know. And he worked through together with me solutions to how I was feeling like this, and it's been helping. I'm telling you, one friend to another, everyone needs those 2 types of people in their lives. They can get you out of anything, I swear. It's very valuable. I'm always getting so much shade for how light my coffee is. Okay, I've already done my base makeup. I just need a little bit more energy on my eyes. They're like tired from being at home for the past couple of days. Now that we have had our coffee, we can answer the big questions. What is the meaning of life? This is a really hard question to answer, because on one end, I do believe that we are part of a larger organism. We're all part of the whole same thing. Like there are cells and atoms making up our body. We are what's making up the universe. And if that's the case, then our role and the meaning with our lives is to just uphold the laws of the universe and be little pawns in a bigger game. But I mean, humans are very egotistical creatures, right? We can't just accept the fact that maybe that's all there is to it and we're not that special. If that's the case, then it's really just about how we decide to make our existence count something for us. Like living a happy life. If life really doesn't have that much meaning regardless, then why not make the best of it? So with those words, I would say spread love and happiness and kindness. That's the meaning that makes sense on like a human level to me. Yeah. OOTD. You know, when you're feeling down, wear baby pink. Honestly, best solution to every problem. Let's go. How do you live in the here and now? Surprisingly, this is really hard, which is kind of weird to say out loud, right? If you're not in the here and now, you're usually either fixated on the future or you're fixated on the past. A lot of people these days tend to be very hyper-fixated on the future because we worry so much about finances, success, everything. When the future and the past becomes more important than the present to us. We have lost the meaning of life. We have lost the essence of life. The essence of life can only, by definition, be right now. So if you want to live in the here and now, don't do like I do in multitasking right now, but rather be mindful of everything that you do, of everything that's around you. A lot of the times we don't even ask ourselves, what does it smell like right now? Surprisingly, we don't really know how our surroundings smell. We don't know what we can hear. We don't know even what we can see because we're so fixated on something we can't see, right? So asking yourself these questions once in a while, actually, what can you smell right now? Right now, I can smell flowers, late spring flowers, just before they're about to fall off. It's like an aroma in the air. I can see little pieces of pollen in the air. How does that look to you then? The pollen in the air to someone with allergies might look like death, but to me, it looks like fairy dust. So, actually, I'm getting it in my face. Just be mindful of your surroundings. That's all that it takes to be in the here and now. This is what I mean every time I say that exploring Seoul by a bike is so much better than any other way. I'm literally sitting in a flower field by the water alone underneath a big old tree. Tell me how you would know this if you weren't biking around here. Tips for stepping more into your Dharma and personal purpose work in the world. Dharma is the Ayurvedic term or Sanskrit term for life purpose. It has a lot of different translations, but one of the ones that people usually use are life purpose. The most important thing to notice when it comes to life purpose, especially according to Ayurveda, which is the oldest health science in the whole world, the most important thing to note when it comes to Ayurveda, Dharma, and life purpose is it's not what you do, it's how you do it and why you do it. Let's say that you feel like your Dharma is help and service to people. There are a lot of different ways to do that, and all of that changes within your interests and your personal history, what area of it, how you want to help, how much you want to involve yourself or your surroundings. So first answer the question, what's my why in life? It could also mean to bring more beauty into your life, for example. That can also look at a lot of different ways, depending on what your interests are again, what your backgrounds are, what are your unfair advantages. To give an example, bring beauty could be with art, it could be with architecture, it could be with making videos on YouTube. There are so many ways in which your Dharma can be shown. I actually do recommend Sahara Rose's book, Discover Your Dharma. I read it. It's quite a good entry level into Dharma and your understanding of life purpose when it comes to Ayurveda and its standpoint. But at the end of the day, it's all about feeling inside. What are my strengths? What are my passions? What makes me excited when I wake up in the morning? All of these questions can guide you much closer to your Dharma than going through the school system and them asking you, do you like math or do you like science or do you like social studies? All of that I don't think gets us anywhere else than being perfect little pawns in this puzzle as the society that's been built up. That was deep, but you know, that's just my opinion. Matilda was really craving Aperol Spritz. As soon as the sun is out, every single Danish gene in our bodies have been like, sun, alcohol, sun.
Minus something, sun.
Yeah, if there is sun, you sit outside. There's a heating lamp, fine. You don't even need that, you just need booze. Booze and sun. How to make a Bellini. Cheers. We biked to around Hebangtun and Gyeongli-dangi right now because we're thinking of grabbing another drink in the sun somewhere else, but honestly I chose the wrong outfit to bike today. This skirt, it has like the sleeves all the way up. I feel like I'm showing all of Seoul, my kuchu or chuku. What do I call it? My holy flower. My holy flower. All of Seoul have seen it by now. That's okay. Yeah, that's fine. It could be worse, right? Yeah. Let's go grab another drink. We're going to Magpie to meet Robin as well for a little beer and some pizza. But I wanted to answer another question. Why is it so hard to forget or let go of some triggers? Honestly, a lot of people were commenting about triggers and sort of things that provoke you. I sort of have chosen to have the mindset around triggers sort of in the direction of the triggers are a way to show you where you're not free in life. It pushes you towards spaces in your life where you can grow and where you have to grow to live in harmony. Life is about balance ultimately, so if you don't have any downsides or negative areas or things that triggers you, you don't know what happiness and positivity looks like. It's the same sense as if you don't have darkness, you don't know what lightness is. If you don't have moments of sadness, you don't know what moments of happiness feels like. And the same goes for transformation. In order to feel more secure in your life, you need to embrace the darkness and you need to embrace the parts of you that's a trigger. So run against the things that you sort of intuitively want to run away from. That's my biggest advice. If you don't confront and allow your triggers to be, then there is no way for them to, you know, to process in your system and to be turned into something else. Welcome to our little abode. Humble abode. So cute. Okay, actually I'm on the hay, right? Is it that? Shall we? Yeah. We only have a very few amount of cleansers left on the website. This is the Scent Beauty Lavender Dream Oil Cleanser. It's a cleanser I developed myself because I needed something that removed makeup to perfection on a night like this where I really just want to go to bed. I'm almost running out myself. If you want to get your hands on it before you're not able to get them anymore, now's the time, guys. How often do you make decisions based on what your instinct tells you instead of your emotions? I think it's very helpful to know the difference between your emotions and your instincts and your logical thinking. Those are three things that are in play in ourselves all the time, right? I would like to define my intuition as like my inner knowing. Got this one from Medicube. It's really freaky. It kind of like nips in your your skin and like your nerves, so you tweak. Look at that. Oh, creepy. I try my best to make decisions based on my instincts, because my instinct is sort of like my inner knowing, my deeper yes or no feeling, right? The gut feeling, as are other people describing it as. Your gut feeling has your best intentions at heart, and I think it knows you the best, whereas your emotions are led by your thoughts and your logic and your fears. So your feelings are deeply linked with your thoughts and belief systems. One of my favorite questions to ask myself, but really also my coaching clients, is what is the truth? Very often they realize that their idea of truth actually they already know that that's not true. Their idea of true is based off of a scenario that they're imagining in their head. So basically just imagination, not reality. So as you know, I am a certified coach now. I really love the work that I've been starting to do. I am right now in the process of building some masterclasses and some group coaching and mentoring sessions that I'm just so excited to cultivate a community with you guys and hopping on call with a lot of people at once. So you can find more information on my website when that is up. But until now, I'm just doing one-on-one with both coaching and mentoring. You can find that on my website, sisselbo.com. I made it myself, I'm very proud. Okay, I'm gonna jump to bed. I'm beat for the day, so I'll see you next time. Bye guys.